kind of wonder the same thing about another team in Texas that's ranked, the Texas Longhorns. Yeah, they got a lot of respect, and they become the first team in 25 years to go from unranked to ranked, losing a game. But you're at home against a group of 5 team and a really good group of 5 team in UTSA.
Yeah, the tough thing for me in looking at this, because it's a 10.5-point spread, I'm thinking, okay, I know UTSA has played well this year. Frank Harris is phenomenal. But you just went toe-to-toe with Alabama, and the reigning Heisman Trophy winner in Bryce Young. You shut that offense down, which is a more talented team. No disrespect to UTSA. And Jeff Traylor's done a tremendous job, but I think this Texas team has somewhat arrived, and I know they're not going to have Quinn Ewers. Obviously, the health of Hudson Card is going to come into play here. But I just think with Bijan Robinson, who's underrated in regards to, I think, what he is nationally at the running back position, to me, he's the best back. When you really watch him on tape, his overall ability in the running game, in the passing game, catching the football, I just think they're going to be hard to match up with. So this is one where I'm laying the 10.5 points. I don't think you see a letdown from this team. I think you only see them say, hey, not necessarily that they're here because they didn't pull off the upset, but we can play with the best of them. That's how good we are. And Gary Patterson, you mentioned his name. He had his fingerprints all over that matchup last week versus Alabama, and I think it's going to be a very similar game plan and blueprint for how to stop Frank Harris in this UTSA offense as well. So I'm not saying Texas is back, Danny, but I do think they're going to cover the spread here, and I do think they're going to continue to kind of go up the ranks of the Big 12.
So exactly what you're talking about is something that bothers me, not from you, but from within the program. Like Gary Patterson is taking to Twitter and thanking people for the job he did against Alabama. And Sark is saying, man, this does show where we are as a program. You still lost. Like, I do feel like they've arrived, and they feel like they've arrived in a loss. In the game they should have won. Let's be clear. There were some bad calls. The game should have easily gone their way. I think they should have won the game, but they did lose, and I don't like that mindset. It was something the Florida Gators did last year when they, took Bama to the wire at home. 2-point conversion comes up short, and they were celebrating like, oh, well, we showed how good we are. I still got Texas to show me what they are, and until I see it, back it up, because we've seen Texas over the last decade have moments, flashes where, man, they look like they're headed the right direction. Massive setbacks. This is UTSA's Super Bowl. They've had back-to-back overtime games, which does concern me for them, which makes me the one thing I'm nervous about. But I do think the injury to Hudson Card could be, is he going to be hobbling out there? Is he healthy? You're going to see a steady dose of Bijan Robinson then, which is probably the best thing that could happen. But I think Jeff Traylor is a phenomenal coach. Again, one of these ones where I think they'll amp back up even after those emotional first 2 games. They'll be ready for this game. They probably had circled for a long time.
All right, there you have it. We've picked every game against the spread of the top 25 except for number 8, Oklahoma State, and number 10, Arkansas. They're both playing FCS teams. And of the 20 games we picked, the guys only agreed against the spread on 5. Just 25% of the games they agree on. That tells you maybe this week will be a little bit more wild than we think. There's so many big spreads.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.